Hey, how are y'all? Hopefully you're good. We are live. Let me share this out. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Yeah. I'm just really sharing tonight. Just shared one video, now I'm sharing mine. Let's put it. Okay. Oh, we got two people here already. Awesome. How is everybody? Hope we are doing good. There we go. Hey, what's new? Not a lot. I'm in the middle of coloring Canadian Shield 3. So hopefully a week from Monday it can be going to the printer. Okay, but how are you, Mighty Geek? I see that you found your groove again. Oh yeah. Well, did I lose my groove? I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. Okay, so you know what? We're going to do all the backgrounds again in here first. Oh, but I think we do need to put something else in each of these panels. Wasn't doing the lighting, so I think it's just two things in each of these panels. So main and shading. Oh, that's great that you're doing well. So what have you been up to? It's been a while. If you stick around, once we get enough people in here, I'm going to be sharing a video. I'm going to play it all the way through. Um, Somebody else's video on another channel. They did something based on me, if you will. So I want to play that with a few people here. Okay, so we'll copy that background. And I mean that you're almost through your grieving. Uh, you mean for my mom or my dad? My mom, I'd say, yeah. And actually, my dad, well, I don't think I grieved, but I didn't grieve. I think I grieved before he even died. But the fact that he came to Christ 3 hours before he died, 2 to 3 hours before he died, really made it so there was no real grieving for him. You know, although my mom knew Christ as well, and I really didn't need to grieve for her because she's with Jesus. I knew that. You know, it's just that, I guess I really missed her. Not sure how to put that, but I think you get what I mean. You know, like I miss my dad too. Don't get me wrong, but you know, I didn't think I was gonna see him again. You know, the other side of eternity, and that really helped. We'll say that. You know, people when I happen to tell them for whatever reason, they say, "Well, sorry for your loss." I'm like, "Loss? I didn't lose. I won. My dad is with Jesus. Yeah, woo!" And that just makes me feel all good. My mom was with Jesus too, and that makes me feel good too, but not quite as much as my dad. Because I've known for 30 years my mom's going to see Jesus. But now I know my dad is too. Oh, yeah. And I'll see them on the in eternity. But I should. I don't really need to say. I don't think I need to say any more of that. I think I covered that topic. Oh, but I am definitely doing a lot better than I have in years. It's not even just the grieving process. There is a scripture in I forget where it is. It's well in the Old Testament, I believe, maybe in Proverbs. I should find it. That says, "Hope deferred is like poison to the soul." Hey, Tim, how are you? Let me try and find that scripture. Not that I even know how to spell deferred. Oh, oh, deferred. There we go. Proverbs 13:12. Hope defer in NIV. Yeah, I know King James. Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but when the desire comes, it is a tree of life. Oh wow, that explains everything. I got the first part, but that hope deferred makes the heart sick. It's like poison to the soul. Like I was a living embodiment of it because I had hope for so many things throughout life, and they never came to pass. And just shortly before my dad passed, I had prayed. I had, prayed about it. Lord, take this poison from my soul. I don't want it. And with my dad's passing, with my dad coming to Christ just before he passed, it, I think, helped take the poison out of my soul. And I'm just overjoyed with life. Oh, break that down into what you think it means. You pretty much had it. Okay, the scripture, the hope deferred is poison to the soul. Like, I'm not sure whether with what I said about me, like I had hope. A lot of us hope and 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 hope for this thing and that thing, another thing, another thing, another thing. You know, all these things in life we hope for: girlfriend, job, wife, blah blah blah. business venture to come to pass, you know, all these different things. And then they don't happen. So hope, you're hoping, hoping this, hoping that, hoping that. It doesn't happen. The hope is deferred. It's bounced off. What you hoped for didn't happen. So it's almost like a false hope. You're hoping in something that's not doesn't come to fruition. And yeah, you hope is poison because you hope for better and constantly disappointed. Yeah, you keep getting poison because, and if it happens enough, that poison can really build up. And trust me, it had built up quite a much in my life. Um, and then I was praying for my dad, obviously, when he got his cancer again, and I was praying that he would be healed this side of eternity. I wanted that, but what I wanted so much more was his salvation, and that happened. And I think I would have been all right no matter which way, because it would have been his choice. And what do we do with that kind of hope? It's hard to say, because as it goes on to say in that scripture too, but when the desire comes, it is a tree of life. So just like me, in this case, my dad, um, you know, came to Christ, and that was the desire in almost say the latest case. There are things that I'm hoping for right now too that are different for different reasons, um, and they didn't happen. But it was a tree of life. Yo, definitely, definitely. But that doesn't stop you from hoping for what you might want, and sometimes it's hard to reconcile in and of yourself that it isn't what that want wouldn't have been good for you. And I think that's part of helps to make the hope deferred not so poisonous. Um, yeah, all you can do is ask, but it doesn't mean you don't hope. It's in some ways it's I'd say a tricky thing, for lack of a better way of putting it, because do you stop hoping just because it might end up not coming to fruition and poisoning your soul some? Hey, Mike, how are you? I would say definitely not. It's definitely a tricky, shall we call it, balance on what to do or what not to do. Um, you can ask, and then you ask because you're hoping that he'll say yes or no, depending on what it is. Not too many things that we ask for that we want a no to, but you get my point, I think. Um, what do I? say, like the hope deferred. Okay, let's go over to 3. Oh, I'm just going to go and put all these backgrounds in. Uh, you know, like I said, yeah. So do you stop hoping? Like you said, nah, no. But you got to somehow come to terms that although you're hoping for this, that it might be deferred, as I put it, or as that scripture puts it. It might not come to fruition. And you can't let that, and not that I'm saying it's easy, you can't let that poison you. And that's the hard part, is not letting that thing that you hope for not happening poison you. Never get mad at God because he is likely giving you what you need and maybe just preparing you for something better. Yeah. Well, definitely the hope deferred can definitely lead to getting mad at God, because I know that again. I had gotten mad at him quite a bit for that stuff that didn't happen. But I think that was again another result of the hoping. You don't even want it to get where you don't get mad. You get mad at God because he um, isn't giving you what you want. Uh, yeah, because the getting mad at God part, it doesn't happen right away. At least for me, it didn't. Like it took years to really get mad at God because what I hoped for didn't happen. Because even at first, I probably was exactly, oh, well, God didn't. It wasn't the best thing for me. I did that, if you will, and but then it's it just ends up piling up, piling up, piling up, piling up, and eventually, then it becomes mad at God. That, like I said, that is something that happened, I think, not right away. The mad at God part. It's it's more, how do you, like I said, not let it, and it's hard, not let it become poison in your soul. Something that is supposed to be good. Hope is supposed to be good. It's supposed to be something good. But the deferred part ends up making it something bad. And that's the thing. Is taking that hope and keeping it good instead of bad, or letting it turn into something rotten. It's like a piece of fruit. A fruit is great, right? It's when it's nice and ripe, it is awesome. It tastes so yummy and delicious. But if you let it sit, it ends up going bad and rotting. So how do you get it so that hope, that fruit that you eat, doesn't end up? How do you not eat that fruit when it doesn't partake? Because it's like eating the rotten fruit. The hope, which is good at first, has turned into rotten fruit, and you eat it. That rotting would be resentment or anger. Partly, yeah. It's the deferred process, I guess, that puts it into that. Not sure how best to describe it. It's, I think it leads to resentment. The poison, when you keep poisoning yourself, it leads to the resentment. You eat like if you don't eat the rotten fruit, right? That hope deferred is the rotten fruit. If you don't eat that, you don't get poisoned. But the question is, how do you, when your hope is deferred, because that's going to happen no matter what, how do you not let it, how do you not eat that rotten fruit? Because it's happened, it's become rotten. How do you not eat something? Well, a fruit, it's easy, you just don't eat it, right? But hope deferred, you've already hoped, you've already sort of eaten that hope. How do you not let it turn toxic or poisonous after you've already eaten it? I guess it's maybe being careful what you hope for. I guess that would be part of it, definitely. Guard your heart. Because hope is something that's in the heart, as it says. Hope deferred is like, well, in this one, it says, New King James, it says, makes the heart sick. Let's see, what's some other versions? I'm not sure what I read it in originally. NIV says, hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is a tree of life. How about just right? That was, we'll do King James. Hope deferred maketh the heart sick, but when the desire cometh, it is a tree of life. Okay, I don't know where I heard poison to the soul. Maybe it's a different version thing, but this is saying heart. So again, it's that the heart part. Okay, so we got that. Okay, I might end up showing this 2 or 3 times. I want to show a clip something that somebody on another channel, PD, what's the channel called? PD Hero Comics. She's taking some of inspired by her um, channel people, her subscribers. She's sort of making them into superheroes. So here is, she did it for me. She asked me, about me, and I gave her some stuff. Let me show this. Hopefully you're going to be able to hear it. Browser will put it over the web. Oh, no, browser can stay there. You're going to have to let me know if you can hear this when I press play. Okay, so I'm pressing play. Now, and maybe this might help too. Having my thing there.
Have you ever heard the phrase, be careful what you wish for? Yeah, well, I should have put that on a t-shirt this week. I asked one of my subscribers if he wanted a Community Inc. character. Sweet question, harmless question. And he says, yes. Great.
Okay, hold on. Okay, we want this over here. This way I can see you guys talking for the moment. And could you hear that through my mic properly? Because this thing doesn't want to pick up desktop audio again. I don't know why, but I tell it to. Oh, you know what? Let's see. I know. Open volume mixer. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna mute my mic during this, so enjoy. That didn't work. Okay, anyways, here. That was too loud. Hopefully this is going to be all right. Okay. Starting again.
Have you ever heard the phrase, be careful what you wish for? Yeah, well, I should have put that on a t-shirt this week. I asked one of my subscribers if he wanted a Community Inc. character. Sweet question, harmless question. And he says, yes. Great. I'm expecting something simple. Maybe a Wolverine-inspired tough guy. Maybe a classic archetype. Something that won't make me rethink my entire channel. Instead, he hits me with a curveball dipped in chaos. Make a hero who can draw things and they come to life. And then he sends me a vintage cartoon link like, here's your inspiration. I watched it. I paused. I considered quitting again. But no, your girl Brooke does not back down from a challenge. Even when the challenge looks like it crawled out of a Saturday morning cartoon and shouted, good luck explaining this. Challenge accepted. Even if my brain tried to leave the building 3 times. And quick reminder, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button like Chi Dragon doing a training montage. It helps the channel grow and helps me recover emotionally from these character requests. Now, let's talk about the man behind the pen. Crossline, aka Rick Penright, a 30-something artist from Toronto, a man of faith, and living proof that you don't need a billion-dollar inheritance or a tragic origin story to be a hero. Just give him a pen and a little focus. He's relatable. He's the guy who stayed up all night perfecting a drawing, who's prayed for the right words or inspiration, who's just trying to do good in a messy world. He loves God, he loves art, and he wants to help people using the talent he already had. No radioactive pencils, no cosmic coloring books, just creativity with a little extra kick. And now he's figuring out how to use it responsibly. Crossline's powers are next level. His enchanted stylus lets him draw things in mid-air that instantly come to life. Shields, projectiles, tools, basically anything he can imagine. But here's the kicker. If he loses focus, chaos ensues. One shaky line, and suddenly Toronto has a rogue cartoon chicken hunting for snacks. One wrong stroke, and that shield becomes a doodle doing somersaults down the street. Every drawing is power. Every drawing is potential. And occasionally total disaster. But that's the thing. Rick is human. He's learning. He's figuring it out. That's what makes him relatable. That's what makes him fun to cheer for. Now, let's talk design. My subscriber is Canadian and wanted green in the costume, which immediately confused my American brain because Canada's flag is aggressively red. But okay, green we shall do. Crossline rocks a green artist bib with a white maple leaf. National pride, but make it artsy. He's open about his faith, so I tucked a subtle symbol into the design. Tasteful, not, hi, I'm a billboard. Clean haircut, anime hybrid style, and of course, the mega-sized enchanted digital pen. If we're doing magical art powers, we're doing magical art powers. Gloves, boots, and mask all have sharp angles inspired by, what else? Maple leaves. Why not commit to the theme? And when the colors go on, he's gonna pop like a limited edition sticker pack. As always, I made this character on my vintage computer, Betsy. Bless her pixel-pushing soul. She runs Photoshop 2021 because the 2025 version sounds like it's about to lift off into orbit, but we make it work. I set up my layers, drop my blue line sketch, lower the opacity, and ink like my life depends on it. Crossline was, let's say, adventurous to ink, but honestly, I love how he turned out. Until I can upgrade, Betsy and I will keep creating like 2 exhausted but determined warriors. My tablet still doesn't have a name. If you want to fix that tragedy, leave me a name in the comments. Winner gets announced next episode, unless Betsy overheats first. So, what can Crossline do with that pen? Picture him drawing himself out of danger, blocking a villain's attack with a giant ink swirl, outsmarting someone with a perfectly sketched trap. Every doodle is a potential adventure. And here's the best part. He's doing it because he wants to help, because he cares. That's what makes him a hero we can cheer for. Drop your ideas in the comments, and if you made it to the end, type Crossline so I know you're part of the elite squad. Virtual high five incoming. Crossline isn't just a superhero. He's creativity with caffeine, imagination with purpose, proof that your tools and your heart matter more than any fancy gadget. Thanks for being here, supporting the Community Ink universe, cheering for heroes built with humor, faith, and a whole lot of ink. Rock out.
So what do you guys think? Okay, so we got that. Let me get the link for that, just in case. There we go. And let's move this back over here so I can see what you guys are saying. Not that you guys are saying anything. Okay, so let's grab this here and come back here. And then let's come up to, well, we're gonna have to do panel 3 too, but we'll do panel 2 first. Is anybody still here? Let's home. We got 2 likes, 4 views. Okay, so let's put that in there, and then let's, I guess, I wonder why we're not receiving enough data lately. There we go. Okay, so now it's gonna get interesting. I don't even know what panel this is. Oh, that's Canadian Shield. There. Okay, so 3. Go. Oh, yeah, I never noticed that. There's a little bit of a gray there. But we're gonna have to do something here. Let's see. Grab up here, grab there. Come down to the shading, add a layer, and then let's oh, you know what? That's not. That's there we go. And then let's come back over here. And grab that there. Come down. We're gonna add another layer. We want to do each of these shading things on their own layer. Let's okay there. That looks neat, nice. Okay, so you know what? I know what's gonna make this easier on here. Let's I don't want smoke coming off Canadian Shield where those beams are being used. So let's you know what? We're gonna have to put this right to the redo that. There we go. We seem to have nobody here to talk to again. That was a good conversation with Tim. Never had. That came from a conversation with Mighty Geek. It's neat how that worked out. You know what? Let's put some music on that audio library. Right. Why does I would like it if Google and the TV were not intertwined. How do I gotta okay. Put that back up. Okay, so there we go. Do, 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 do. Okay, so let's see. Add another layer. Come here. There we go. And then we'll do the gradient thing. Okay. Oh, what's this link for? I played a video a few minutes ago, and that's the link for the video. Since you're here, I'll play it again here. Just give me a sec, Joshua. I don't mind playing this. Another channel I'm subscribed to asked me, she's doing subscriber inspired superhero drawings or supervillains. And she asked me about whether she wanted I wanted one done for me, and I said sure. So let's see. Let's bring it back to the beginning. Let's bring this here so I can see. You can comment. Unfortunately, the audio is going to come through my mic. Hopefully, you'll be able to hear it properly. So here we go again for you, Joshua, and whoever might come in.
Have you ever heard the the phrase, be careful what you wish for? Yeah, well, I should have put that on a t-shirt this week. I asked one of my subscribers if he wanted a Community Inc. character. Sweet question, harmless question. And he says, yes. Great. I'm expecting something simple. Maybe a Wolverine-inspired tough guy. Maybe a classic archetype. Something that won't make me rethink my entire channel. Instead, he hits me with a curveball dipped in chaos. Make a hero who can draw things, and they come to life. And then he sends me a vintage cartoon link like, here's your inspiration.
Let me start that over
paused.
so you can actually see it this time.
Have you ever heard the phrase, be careful what you wish for? Yeah, well, I should have put that on a t-shirt this week. I asked one of my subscribers if he wanted a Community Inc. character. Sweet question, harmless question. And he says, yes. Great. I'm expecting something simple. Maybe a Wolverine-inspired tough guy. Maybe a classic archetype. Something that won't make me rethink my entire channel. Instead, he hits me with a curveball dipped in chaos. Make a hero who can draw things, and they come to life. And then he sends me a vintage cartoon link like, here's your inspiration. I watched it. I paused. I considered quitting again. But no, your girl Brooke does not back down from a challenge. Even when the challenge looks like it crawled out of a Saturday morning cartoon and shouted, good luck explaining this. Challenge accepted. Even if my brain tried to leave the building 3 times. And quick reminder, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button like Chi Dragon doing a training montage. It helps the channel grow and helps me recover emotionally from these character requests. Now, let's talk about the
You can't
man
see it. Why
behind the
can't you
pen.
see it?
Crossline, aka Rick Penright, a 30-something artist from Toronto. A man.
Are you back a bit? Maybe you're not fully up to date. Because I did put it up so I could see it. I didn't do it at first, but... let me... Let me bring this over here for a second. Live stream. Okay, yeah. Now you can't see it, but you could have. There you go. Should be able to see it. I don't know why you can't, if you can't.
And of faith, and living proof that you don't need a billion-dollar inheritance or a tragic origin story to be a hero. Just give him a pen and a little focus. He's relatable. He's the guy who stayed up all night perfecting a drawing, who's prayed for the right words or inspiration, who's just trying to do good in a messy world. He loves God, he loves art, and he wants to help people using the talent he already had. No radioactive pencils, no cosmic coloring books, just creativity with a little extra kick. And now he's figuring out how to use it responsibly. Crossline's powers are next level. His enchanted stylus lets him draw things in mid-air that instantly come to life. Shields, projectiles, tools, basically anything he can imagine. But here's the kicker. If he loses focus, chaos ensues. One shaky line, and suddenly Toronto has a rogue cartoon chicken hunting for snacks. One wrong stroke, and that shield becomes a doodle doing somersaults down the street. Every drawing is power. Every drawing is potential. And occasionally total disaster. But that's the thing. Rick is human. He's learning. He's figuring it out. That's what makes him relatable. That's what makes him fun to cheer for. Now, let's talk design. My subscriber is Canadian and wanted green in the costume, which immediately confused my American brain because Canada's flag is aggressively red. But okay, green we shall do. Crossline rocks a green artist bib with a white maple leaf. National pride, but make it artsy. He's open about his faith, so I tucked a subtle symbol into the design. Tasteful, not, hi, I'm a billboard. Clean haircut, anime hybrid style, and of course, the mega-sized enchanted digital pen. If we're doing magical art powers, we're doing magical art powers. Gloves, boots, and mask all have sharp angles inspired by what else? Maple leaves! Why not commit to the theme? And when the colors go on, he's gonna pop like a limited edition sticker pack. As always, I made this character on my vintage computer, Betsy. Bless her pixel pushing soul. She runs Photoshop 2021 because the 2025 version sounds like it's about to lift off into orbit, but we make it work. I set up my layers, drop my blue line sketch, lower the opacity, and ink like my life depends on it. Crossline was, let's say, adventurous to ink. But honestly, I love how he turned out. Until I can upgrade, Betsy and I will keep creating like two exhausted but determined warriors. My tablet still doesn't have a name. If you want to fix that tragedy, leave me a name in the comments. Winner gets announced next episode, unless Betsy overheats first. So, what can Crossline do with that pen? Picture him drawing himself out of danger, blocking a villain's attack with a giant ink swirl, outsmarting someone with a perfectly sketched trap. Every doodle is a potential adventure. And here's the best part. He's doing it because he wants to help, because he cares. That's what makes him a hero we can cheer for. Drop your ideas in the comments, and if you made it to the end, type Crossline so I know you're part of the elite squad. Virtual high five incoming. Crossline isn't just a superhero. He's creativity with caffeine, imagination with purpose, proof that your tools and your heart matter more than any fancy gadget. Thanks for being here, supporting the Community Ink universe, cheering for heroes built with humor, faith, and a whole lot of ink. Brooke out.
So there that is again. I know you're a couple minutes behind, Joshua, so what do you think? Let's move this back over so I can maybe get some stuff done. Okay, let's Okay, so that's panel 3. And as for the voice, yeah, it could be AI. She's actually been in the chat a couple times. Her name is Brooke, so, or that's the name she's giving. So, I don't know whether, obviously for sure, whether AI or whatever, as you said. Could be her real voice, could not, could be AI. You're right about that, but the voice that she probably is, because the voice that she had doing her stuff at the beginning, closer to the beginning of her channel, was a male voice, and it was AI 2, I believe. So did she already draw a Canadian Shield? She drew my character, the Wiz, actually. Let's see. Give me a sec. Did I open or save? See whether under fan art. Fan art. Yeah, there's her version of the Wiz. She has not done a Canadian Shield yet, to my knowledge. Okay, so now we're on 5. Did he hasn't gotten to my comments yet? Oh, let's. Oh, and you know what? Gotta do this. Okay, and then let's grab down here. And we'll add another layer for shading. And we'll grab another. Well, that last one should have been a different way. Should have been sideways. Oh well. Okay, so there we go. Oh, we still need to do some other colors. A couple of these because of do, 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 do. Okay, so down to shading. In the background, let's add a layer. Okay, that did not work. Control Z. Okay, so we gotta obviously come up here. Okay, that's why that did not work. Okay, so let's just merge with the layer below, which should now allow us to just grab that, and grab that, and come down here, add, and then there we go. And then we'll come up to the top here again, and we will select that, that, and that. And then we'll come down here, add a layer, Uh, that. Throw somebody for a loop. Yep, that's me. If he's using an AI voice, then he's probably not a girl. Well, why would he or she call himself Brooke then? I don't know. I don't care. I just like the drawing, and I thought I'd show the thing based because of, based off of me and my input. I thought you guys might like it. I watched the videos. The only reason I put that one up on here, she's made several others of those. Oh, uh, we Control Z. Like I said, I just because it's cross-line, the stuff that she asked, like she said, she asked one of her subscribers. I did that, and voila. Okay, so now did we have? Oh, no. Yes, we did. We got this in two panels here, so we want panel 3 and panel 6. The most I might be doing for her is to get her a couple extra subscribers. That's about it. Does she have a nice sounding voice? Sure, if it's actually her voice, but yeah. How many super chats have you sent this? First of all, they don't have any live streams, so can't send super chats, and I've sent none. And even if I did, the person did have live streams, I wouldn't send any. The person, like I said, has actually been in my chat a couple times. The live chat. There's 3 done. No, 6 that we wanted. Let's see. I think I've only sent, in all the times that I've been on YouTube, I think I've only sent a max of 5 super chats. Okay, so all the backgrounds are done. So let's get up to panel 1 and then maybe actually get some shading done on this. Let's actually, let's do actually every panel with these 2 colors off of absorb. No real female voice would use a male AI, then switch to a female AI voice. Unless they didn't know how to work the AI thing. The text reader or whatever you want. They were just figuring out the product that they got. I don't know. I don't care, like I said. Guy, girl. What's it really matter to me? Oh yeah, there should be lighting around here. This one. This time because the purple beams. Okay. I just watched the videos. I actually like the art the person is doing. That's all I do. Nothing more. and I make a comment, and all what I get for one the end of the video. So we're in 3, I think, now. Subconsciously, you're like, wow, a girl who likes old, nerdy superhero slop like me. Is she single? And then give your views and comments. What about Nerd Wonder? Are you saying Nerd Wonder wasn't real? Can there not be nerdy girls? But that's not really my point. I don't, like, for, yeah, I could like a girl over the internet. Like, I sort of had a crush on Nerd Wonder, I'll admit that. But at the same time, I don't care. Well, I care, but I don't care because um, I'd never meet the person in real life, so like, I wouldn't even care about, is she single, really. Well, this person, yeah, she's drawing her subscriber stuff. Wouldn't that be something a woman would do, Mike? And she was drawing public domain superheroes before that. And I think public domain ones, like, girls would draw. I don't know. Uh, Put that all on the wrong layer. As far as I know, she's never asked anybody for any money. So yeah, maybe she wants to use comments or whatever. Don't we all? Doesn't cost me anything to do a view, and it doesn't cost me anything to do a like or whatever on a thing. I like the content. That's why I watch it. There's lots of girls out there that are probably pretty and that I wouldn't watch their content just because it doesn't interest me. Like Mandy. I watched a couple of her shows, but I don't watch Mandy. You're being very stereotypical. stereotyping women how they draw. Three. Okay, four. Oh, five. Women draw Steven Universe characters, not public domain pulp heroes. I don't think all women draw Steven Universe type characters. Even Nerd Wonder didn't draw Steven Universe stuff. I don't think she likes that sort of stuff. Could be wrong. I know that. I just going off my memory. Uh, I need to turn on. I have no idea even what that is. A kawaii art style? Let's see. Oh, I guess that's over here. It's been a while. I wonder what. Cute, girly, cartoony. Trying to. I know I got her book. I'm just trying to think. Well, well, she may have her definitely own style for sure. Yeah, I guess a bit cutesy. She did Common America 5 years ago.
Crazy thing. Crazy thing is.
Because here is, let's see. No, uh, that was. Is that the kawaii style there? Because that's what her book looked like. Behemoth War Makes Monsters. The art from it. No, we got talking because let me grab the. I'm not gonna play it again, but I'm gonna put the link in the chat again. A channel that I'm subscribed to called PD Hero Comics did a character based on me. Girls draw anime stuff. Well, a lot of girls do. That I won't deny. Well, no, well, first, the person got sort of permission. They're doing it for a bunch of their subscribers, and they asked whether I wanted one, and I said yeah, and they, like, I said sure, and they asked for about input, and I gave it. So if you want to take the 5 minutes to watch the video, I think it's 5 minutes. $5 and 26 seconds. I think it'll make you laugh a little. Joshua has never really answered me what he thought of it overall. He's just thinking I'm simping over this girl, or possible girl, because he thinks it's a guy. Just using a... AI voice. I don't know whether it is or not. And the person has been in this chat once or twice as well. PD Hero Comics. He or she or whatever has been here a couple times. Or once at least that I know of. I think Joshua is just jealous he did get a video. Who would have a self-inserted avatar? Yeah, well, not all women are quote-unquote boss women or whatever. So I'm not sure whether Alpha's here or not, or whether he's checking out the vid. Okay, I have returned. Oh, wow, that was quick. Oh, you probably watched it at double speed, eh? So what's your verdict? Not all women stop being such a male. Stop being, I don't know what you'd call it. Thinking all women are the same when they're not. Not all guys are the same. Oh, that's fun. I won at 6. There we go. The voice is for sure AI. The script was also AI. Real people don't talk like that. I don't know. I know because I've used AI to write, and anytime it wants to try and be funny, it gives unfunny analogs. I also checked the first upload, and it uses an even worse. Yeah, computer voice. Yeah, well, I mentioned about that earlier. That the first, and it seemed weird that what I would presume was Brooke being a girl had a male voice. I still don't get people drawing sketches so clean and then inking them. Seems pointless. Just use the original drawing. Oldest video is from when? From a year ago. They still had AI back then. Well, I also know he or she, whatever, has done stuff with another channel. Um, who puts his face on camera? Another channel that does a lot of public domain stuff. Uh, what is that other channel? I can't seem to find it. It's been a couple. I can't see the channel at the moment. It's been a while since I watched his stuff. So, okay. For the moment, forget all that stuff. What do you think of the Crossline character? Um, a modern herald, the purple crayon. Yeah, well, technically, it'd probably be more taken from Harold and the purple crayon would be taken from what I gave her as inspiration, which is Simon and the Land of Chalk Drawings, which is an old British cartoon that I grew up watching. I think I just took it off. No, I didn't. Yeah. Well, you know, my name is Simon, and the things all shall come true. There's the vid that I think I pointed the person to. Um, I don't know which one would have came first. Oh no, I think I gave you 9, or I probably gave her 1. Let's see. And it's midnight, and I haven't even finished the page. At least I got it somewhat done. A Chalk Zone is apparently 2002. Definitely, if Chalk Zone's probably a ripoff of Simon, because Simon is like 70s or 60s? 70s. 1975. First aired. Okay, so we're gonna have one more tomorrow. You know what? I'll go on long enough just to do these 2 colors in panel 7. The blue and the gray. Maybe I should start drawing on paper again. Why? To see if the things you draw come true. Well, you know my name is Simon, and the things I draw come true. But always got me working overtime. Too many swindlers out there. No, so people can know I can really draw. Okay. Yeah, and then you can actually sell your art too. No, I think as long as you can show yourself drawing, especially live, you'll be all right. Okay, so I think he's still prepared. Well, hopefully tomorrow we should be able to finish this off, and hopefully we'll get another page done. Um, of course, I didn't get as much as I wanted accomplished tonight. Um, Definitely looking like we're gonna have to really put in a lot of hours this weekend. Get this done before Monday. But I did finish off panel 1 here this morning. Panel 2, I should say, and got panel 1 done. And I started panel 3. This panel should be done tomorrow morning. And I might even get panel 4 done. So this page will be done before the end of the week, I believe. Then there's only one more page for officially off stream, but if I get that done, I'll probably start working on other stuff. And then probably after this is done, I'm probably going to be, after Canadian Shield's all done, I'm going to probably start working on some turnarounds, because it looks like I might have to get a different artist for Snowdrift 2. I can't seem to get a hold of John. I'm going to actually try as soon as I'm off here. So yeah, thanks everybody for coming out tonight. We'll catch you all later. So bye for now. God bless. Love you all. Have a great and wonderful day. Love you all. God bless.